Assalamu alaikum. In this lecture session, I will tell you what is correlation and how to calculate the correlation using the Microsoft Excel. So, first of all, we need to know the definition of correlation. So, what is correlation? Correlation is a statistical measure that describes the strength and direction. Once again, the two things. One is the strength and another is direction of the relationship between two variables, right? So here for the definition, we can understand two things. Number one, strength and direction, we can identify it, and also we have another term between two variables. I didn't say among several variables, right? Between two variables. Okay. So normally the correlation value lies between the -1 to +1, right? So from -1 to less than 0, it is negatively correlated. 0, there is no correlation between the variables, and greater than 0 and up to 1, it indicates the positive correlation between the variables. Okay, so here you will see a positive correlation means that as one of variable increase, the other trends to increase. Negative correlation is quite same to the positive correlation. Negative correlation means that as one variable increase, then the other variable decreased. So it's a reverse position, right? On the other hand, if the correlation coefficient's value is 0, I mean R is equal to 0, then there is no linear relationship between the variables. Okay. So next, usually there are several types of correlation. Number one, Pearson correlation. Number two, Sparkman correlation. And number three, Kendall correlation. So Pearson correlation usually measure the linear relationship, where the Sparkman correlation usually measure the monotonic relationship, I mean the rank. On the other hand, the Kendall correlation measures the strength of dependence between the rank. Okay, so usually the popularly or widely used correlation is Pearson correlation. So there are some assumptions of Pearson correlation. You can see here, both variables should be continuous and normally distributed, right? The second one, the relationship should be linear. And third one, no significant outlier. So when we conduct or do any Pearson correlation, so keep in mind this three assumption. Once again, the variables should be continuous, both variables x and y, a and b, right, should be continuous and normally distributed. Relationship should be linear, and there should be no outlier in the data set. Okay, this is the simple introduction of or description of the Pearson correlation or correlation. Now it's time to practice, right? Here actually you'll find how we can calculate the Pearson calculator. This is the formula. Okay, so here is a data set, right? So how we can calculate the correlation? Just go to the data and go to the data analysis. In the previous video, I told if this option is unavailable in your Excel, right? So how you can activate, you can see the previous video so that you can learn it. So here you'll find the correlation. So correlation, select the correlation and okay. Here you need to select the input range. So just select the input range, all the range already selected. Level in first row. Just click here so that Excel can calculate or identify this first row is a variable name. Okay, so there are some others option, but I'm just clicking here, new worksheet, right? So click OK. Let's see. Okay, here is the correlation coefficient. I mean all the R's value, right? All the R's value. Okay, so we can make it how can I say for example in a 4 or 5, yeah. Okay, and we can say select this one, conditional formatting, highlight and greater than. If is there any correlation greater than 8? No, there is no correlation here which is greater than 8, I mean 80%. Then it means there is no strong correlation, right? There is no strong correlation between the variables, right? Conditional formatting and less than 0.25, yeah. So there are lots of correlations are weakly correlated. The variables are weakly correlated, right? The variables are mostly weakly correlated. Okay, so there is no zero value is in here. It means we can say there is no variables which has zero correlation, right? So in this way we can calculate the correlation coefficient. Okay. Okay, so after the next video, just keep me in your prayer. Okay, Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.